Happy Saturday to all. First and foremost, giving honor to the Most High for blessing us and waking us up this day, giving us another opportunity to be better today than we were yesterday. Yes, thank you, Lord. Happy Saturday. Happy congrats to all the people who are celebrating graduations for their babies and their family members. Shout out to you. My son doesn't graduate until next week. So I feel like we're like the last school or last class to graduate in the nation. So they end late and they start late. So, anyways, today is my son's last day in soccer for the spring. So during the summer, we're gonna do swimming. And so I just dropped him off so he can warm up before the game starts. I was going to go live, hey, to whoever's on the chat, while his game was playing, but I forgot my little stanchion. I can't find my little pink stand. Otherwise, I have y'all getting all dizzy out there. So um I just wanted to say hi before I went to the game. And so this whole season, um I didn't have to bring anything because all the other parents volunteered before I could, right? So when I checked the team app last night to see if anybody was already on the schedule to bring stuff, I was going to volunteer, but somebody was like, "Oh, we already have such and such name down." So I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I don't have to bring anything." But I was like, I feel bad because all season I didn't bring anything, and I usually bring something at least once during, the season. So I stopped at Kroger and I was like, I'll do cupcakes, but I was like, it's hot outside though. So, so I had to buy one of those totes to keep the things cool. But I said, okay, let's do popsicles instead. And I'll just buy one of those little totes that keeps things cool. So I got mini cupcakes and I found the popsicles eventually. And y'all, what let me see the brand. I always get these for my kid because, you got to try to do the best you can with what you have. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what up, Osam? The Outshine brand. Let me see. Because they're supposed to be all natural. Y'all, they had this watermelon flavor. I wanted to get that watermelon flavor so bad. But you got to remember. Thanks, Osman. Or Awesome. We like one of the only like black families on the team. And isn't it sad that we have to be, you know what I'm saying, like mindful of stereotypes? It's like I wanted to get that watermelon one so bad because it looks so good. And I was like, do I get the watermelon? Do I not? Do I get it? Do I not? What up, Riaz? What's bad, Nels and Mar? Um, so anyways, that's what I went with. I went with the lime and I went with the tropical flavor one. I hope you're doing well, Riaz. How's your Saturday going? It's already evening time where you are, right? How was your trip to what up, Derek Gaines? How are you? How was your trip to Barcelona? Did you have fun? You had some nice pictures out there. I bet it was nice. So let me tell y'all what my son did before I go. I literally have like 10 minutes and then I gotta go get to this game. This little niglet. And I told him, and he always does this close to the weekend or on a Friday. He always does something on a Thursday or a Friday that ruins the whole weekend. And I said, bruh, I said, we got to finish the year out strong. Good. No getting in trouble. No getting write-ups. No, none of that, right? Yeah, mom. We gonna do good. What up, Skinny? Spain was amazing, Riaz. That's good. I'm sure it was. I went to Spain twice. Twice. Loved it. Italy, not so much. They racist as out there. Anyways, so he gets home. I'm out all day with Mr. Stan handling business. And I asked Mr. Stan, I said, I'm going to get you some lunch. What do you want for lunch before I take you back home? I don't know, McDonald's? I said, really? That's what you want, Mr. Stan? Sure, why not? I'm thinking, oh my God, I hate McDonald's. But, anyways, the one thing that we do get when we do go to McDonald's every blue moon, which is like maybe 3 times a year, is the fish sandwich. My son loves their fish fillets, right? No tartar sauce. My son don't do none of that. So I got him the double stack fish fillet, no fries. And I set it there and I was like, oh, this will be a nice little treat because, when he comes home from school, he acts like he ain't ate all day. So I got him the little sandwich. And so he comes home. How are you? I'm good. How you doing? Good. We're chilling. He's doing his thing. I said, I got you something I saw. Thanks, Mom. He eats it. He's chilling. I said, you can get on your iPad until 5 o'clock. So he's on his iPad doing his thing, right? Now, anytime somebody knock on the door, he want to be the first one to go to the door to see who it is, right? But sometimes he don't even look through the side thing or nothing like that. He just opens it. I'm like, you can't do that. You got to, you know what I'm saying? See who's at the door. Now, mind you, I had just gotten home with Mr. Stan like maybe 30 minutes before, and it was and I had been up since 7:30, right, getting ready, and then me and Mr. Stan was at the door at 8. So I hadn't rested all day, and my back was killing me. So all I wanted to do was just chill on the couch, right? I just want to chill, just relax, right? I already had my little heating pad. I was good. I was just chilling. Here come the doorbell ringing. Ding, ding. So I go to look on my ADT, and Bishop is running to open the door. I'm like, no, no, no. I said, I don't even care if it's Mr. Stan. I said, if it's your little friends, just let them knock and go away. I said, I don't want to be bothered. Just please, just whatever, right? Inadvertently, I'm looking out for this little Negro, but he don't know. So I said, let me just see who it is. So I open up the ADT app and I'm looking and I'm like, yes. And it's 2 little kids. And I said, Bishop, I think your little friend's out there. And he's like, who? Let me see. I said, don't worry about it because you ain't going outside. Do you know it's 2 kindergartners or first graders that's holding a pink slip? It's a BATH. It stands for behavioral something something. The little kid said, Bishop got a bath today. I said, what? And he's holding the pink slip. I said, hold on. I opened up the door. I said, what? They said, it wasn't wrinkled up, but you could tell he had like tossed it and hoped that it just blew in the wind. Them little snitches got his ass. I said, look at here. I said, now, if you had just ignored the door like I asked you, we wouldn't be going through this right now. I was looking out for you and you didn't even know it. Them little kids snitched on my son. My son wasn't even smart enough to throw it in the trash. Now, maybe he did, or maybe he just said it somewhere, or maybe he left it on the bus and they said, not today. Thanks for that gift, Sage. You chilling? You posted a short? Okay, I have to go and check it out. I went to Venice one time in 18. It was good experience, but at night, me and my school friends were scared. Oh, no. Yep, that happens. I did art in secondary school. This was in 2018. Oh, okay. So these little kids ratted out on my son. I was so baffled at the fact that, number one, he always waits till a Friday to get in trouble. Number two, most of the time, he'll tell me if he got in trouble because he thinks that the teacher didn't call me. What up, Aunt Dog? And just the fact that, and I understand why he did it because he wanted to be able to chill this weekend. But his little friends, they ain't even his little friends. These some little first graders from his school that ratted him out. And I'm so glad they did. Ooh, I'm so glad they did. So what the note said was that he was in the lunchroom with another student and aiming his finger at him like he was gonna shoot him. So, anytime you do something like that where you threaten verbally or non-verbally, they take it serious, because where I live is where Rich Neck Elementary is, down the street from me. So ever since that whole thing with the 6-year-old that, pew-pewed his teacher, um, they're on high alert, which all schools should be. And so today I had to explain to my son, after I tore his ass up last night, um, anything can be considered a threat. That's a domestic terrorism threat. You can't do that, because what if you came back and really did that? You know what I'm saying? And I told him, next year you go into middle school, and the kids at this school, this is further downtown. Them kids don't play. Them kids are rougher. They're older. They're bigger. I said, and if you do that to one of them kids, they gonna take that as, oh, this nigga wanna bet. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to explain to him, you don't play like that anyways. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't even get the whole context of the story, because I don't even care. Just stop doing dumb stuff. Just dumb stuff. Yeah, I said melons. I almost got the watermelon flavored ice cream for the kids after their last soccer game, but I decided against it because I'm black. And guess where I ended up parking so that I could smoke before I went back to the church? They're selling fresh watermelons right over here. Is a watermelon stand. I parked right in front of a watermelon stand, y'all. The universe is funny. But anyways, I'm not gonna stay on here. Well, I gotta go actually. The game is about to start, and I guess I gotta go support for the last game. The soccer field is at the church because they have a lot of land. I'm not going to church. I'm going to the church property where the kids are playing soccer. The YMCA rents their field, so that's where we play at, and that's where I'm going. So, you know, anytime I get on the church grounds, I don't smoke. I turn my music off or down or to something jazzy, just out of respect and reverence for the Most High. You don't want to be on church grounds doing all that stuff. But you guys have a great day. Thanks for the what do you guys call those? Gifts? Thanks for the gifts on the live. I appreciate you. I might go back live again if I can find my stand. I'll be out there sweating and yelling at the field, telling my son what to do. And I'm usually the loudest parent out there because I have control issues. So anyways, peace.